Hello, let's continue our Sudoku adventure with Three Perfect Snakes Adventure by Emphyrio. This is one of those Sudoku adjacent puzzles that's more pencil puzzly, but still has elements of Sudoku in it. I still think you'll enjoy it. And so I definitely encourage you to give it a try. I'm going to go over the rules carefully. So this puzzle is a chaos construction puzzle, which I'm not sure exactly where the name comes from. I think I have this vague memory that the first puzzle to popularize this idea was called chaos construction, and that name stuck as the variant idea. But it's a very generic term where for puzzles in which regions exist, but you are not given them. So like normally we're given these like 2x3 boxes, which are our regions, or maybe we're given irregular regions around the grid, but they're bolded. In chaos construction, you're not given them, but they exist and you have to find them. And then each puzzle is going to have its own set of rules for how you're supposed to find them. So they're pretty fun. There's an element of like construction to it, discovery. It can be fun. An extra layer of logic that you're keeping track of. But anyway, what are we doing in this puzzle? Well, it is a Latin square still. So in every row and every column, we're placing the digits 1 to 6 exactly once each. And additionally, for the three regions, there's only 3 regions in the grid. And for those 3 regions, we are going to be placing the digits 1 to 6 exactly once each in those as well. And they're going to follow specific rules. So each region is a snake. So what is a snake? Well, we could draw a snake like this, which is just a set of orthogonally connected cells. Orthogonally connected just means they share an edge, not a corner. So a set of 6 orthogonally connected cells that do not form a 2x2 area. So we're not allowed to do this. And don't branch. So let's draw a branching snake here. A branching snake would like do something like this, right? Where you can't draw a single line and cover every cell without backtracking. That means you've made a branch, right? It's pretty obvious. This is like a T intersection here. You're not allowed to do that. You have to go in a singular direction. You just have to keep going in some direction. You can turn, but like once you have, you're not going to backtrack and turn this way too. So that's snakes. And once we have our snake, say this one, we're going to be starting from one end, and we're going to be just in order writing 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They just go in order from one end of the snake to the other. So that should simplify some of the digit placement. The 3 snakes don't touch each other orthogonally. So if I use 2 different colors for snakes, like let's say I have a green snake and then I've got a purple snake, this isn't allowed because these snakes are touching each other orthogonally. I'd have to avoid it. I'd have to do something like, I don't know, something like this would be okay. They are touching diagonally, but they are not touching orthogonally. So they are within the rules. Additionally, each snake contains exactly 2 circled cells, and the 6 circled cells all contain a different digit from 1 to 6. So these cells that are circled will have 1 to 6 exactly once each. And every snake that we draw will have exactly 2 of the circles. I couldn't do this and then take a third circle, right? That every snake has exactly 2. And there are 6 circles, so the math works out. All right, so those are the rules. Definitely encourage you to check the link in the description and try it out yourself. And I'm going to get started right now. All right, so the first thing I notice is these 2 circles are orthogonally connected. So if they're orthogonally connected, then they must be one snake because 2 different snakes are not allowed to be orthogonally connected. We know every circle is part of a snake. We also know this is the head of a snake and it's non-green. So it is purple. And then something I notice here is that purple can't go right because then it would be orthogonally touching the green snake. So I'm going to use dark gray to represent non-snake cells that aren't allowed to be snake. And so that does mean that purple needs to come down here at the very least. We don't know, it can't turn right still, so it comes down one more. But now it could turn right, so it could go down or right, so we don't know which way it goes. We have to stop there for now. But we can fill 2, 3. Now, I guess the question to ask is, what circle does the purple snake take? Because it needs one more. It could take this one, but it would have to go straight down. But these are just way too far away. Like we only get 3 cells. We're never going to reach over here. So actually the only cell it could take is this one. And then now that it's taking this one, there's really only one way to do it. If I were to try to diverge out of the way, I'd have way too many cells. I'm only allowed to have 6 cells. So we're going to do this, and we're going to draw, we're going to put 4, 5, 6. We have 1 through 6 just down this column. And then we're going to draw a border here because none of our snakes are allowed to actually touch the purple snake. So that's pretty simple. Now this snake, we have a 1 and a 6 in a circle. So neither of these can be 1 or 6. So neither of these are the head or tail of our snake. So we need to grow in both directions. And this direction only has one way to grow. We can't make a 2 by 2, so we can't take that one. I guess I'll just mark these two in orange to show that they are the same snake as each other. So these two are, this is interesting. We might be able to figure out the digits because these two are consecutive because they're next to each other. They're not 1 or 6. And these two are at least 3 away from each other. No, 4 away? Okay, so if this, let's just use 1. If this was 1, 2, 3, 4, they are 3 away from each other. So I think with the digits we have left, which is 2, 3, 4, 5, we can actually see them here. I have to do 2, 5 for the orange and 3, 4 for the green. That's the only way that's going to work. So these are 2, 5, and these are 3, 4. And then these do need to connect efficiently. So we're either going to come down here, we're going to come over here, but we're not going to like do a curve around like that. Okay, so I don't know exactly how they connect though. There's a few choices. What about this one? Now that we know it's 3, 4. Okay, so I think I have to continue this way, because if this is 4, this would be 5, 6. If this was 3, this would be 2. Actually, if this was 3, this would be 2, 1, and there'd be 2 1s in this row. So this is 4 and 3, and then this goes 5, 6, and then now this snake is done. We can surround it with gray, because no other snake's allowed to touch it. This is just not reachable by any other snake, so we're just going to gray it. Because this being 2 or 5 means it only goes 1, like, it's only going to diverge away from this guy in one cell. It's going to go here or here. Yeah, not sure exactly where, but this needs to continue down. That's a 2. And one of these is a 1, but I don't know which. Or they're both 1, but the green snake takes one of them. I think if they were both 1, there wouldn't be a way to distinguish the snake. So probably not, but let's see. We're going to go here or here and end. So this is not snake, because it will be touching the head of the snake. How are we doing this? What if I just fill these two? This is 2, 3. Doesn't seem all that fruitful, does it? Interesting. What are we doing? So if this was a 5, we couldn't go here for the end for the tail of our snake because it can't be 6. So if this was 5, we'd have to do a 6 here. If it was 2, though, either of these could be 1. We know that one of these is a 1. So it'd be the other way, like here or here. Both seem fine. If this was 5, neither of these could be 6. So we'd have to make this 6. I think that's problematic. Because if this is the tail of the snake, and we go 6, 5. Oh wait, hold on. No, it's even simpler than that. I was gonna give like an argument about drawing the snake, which actually I think is valid. Where if this was 5, 6, how are we connecting these two efficiently? This is the tail. So this and this and this would not be allowed to be snake, and then like we have to go. There's no way to connect them. So, but there's also a 6 in the column already. So there's no way this is 5 because it can't connect to a 6. So this is 2. This is 5. We cannot continue this way, at least to become 6. So if we want a 6, we have to go down. But again, if we went down, That would be the tail. It would be surrounded by gray, and then we'd have no way to connect these two together. So we're going up, and we're being a 6. Now this can't go 5-4 this way because there's a 4 in the row. So it's going 5-4 this way. And because we have to be efficient, that's why it was safe to gray that out. And then we're going to have a 3 in one of these two, and then the 1 has to be here. It's the only way that's going to work. The 1's surrounded by grays. This is just not reachable by any snake. This can't be 1 anymore, so this is the 1, and it's green. One of these is 3, and that'll finish the orange snake. So I guess it's just Sudoku from here. It's a little surprising, but let's just corner mark 3s here so we remember what we're looking for. This column does need a 1 in it, which goes here, and needs a 2 and a 3, so immediately we resolve. This is a 3. Technically, I shouldn't draw the orange yet, because this could also be a 3, and then we could have 2 solutions, but... So let's just leave that alone until we prove this one is not 3. 5 and 6 need to go this way. Surely there's just low-hanging fruit here. Okay, this is 1, 2, 3. That's not 2, that's not 1, that's not 3. Oh, here we go. How about this 4 here? This is 2, 3, 6. Okay, so we get the 3. Can't be 2 or 6, really? 2 and 6 in the column. Nice. Okay, so now we've proven this is not 3, so it cannot be the orange. Now we know the orange goes there. Good. I feel better about that. This is a 2, this is a 3, that's a 6, that's a 2. And it looks like we're finishing. So this row needs a 1, which can... Actually, I can go in a couple places. It needs a 4 and a 5. All right, I'm going to pencil that. Oh, wait, the 1 sees these two. Okay, so this is 1. This is 4 and 5 because of this 5. And then I need a 4, 5, 6 here. So this is the 5. This is the 6. This is the 4. Nice, okay. Took me longer than I thought it would, but that was interesting. I enjoyed that. Hopefully you enjoyed it as well. Let me know how you like this kind of chaos construction genre, drawing snakes, that kind of thing. And of course, if you did enjoy this content, then why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.